flutter with nature's calendar in half an hour after Eggheads.
These 5 people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. You might recognise them as they have over 25 years of combined quiz show experience. Please welcome our dream team.
Hi, my name's Judith Keppel, and I was the first person in Britain to win £1 million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Hello, I'm Kevin Ashman. I hold the record for the highest ever score on Mastermind, and in 2004 I became the world quiz champion.
Hi, I'm CJ Demouy. I've been a winner on 15 to 1, 100% and beat the nation.
Hello, I'm Daphne Fowler. I'm one of the few women to win the title Brain of Britain, and I won the grand final of 15 to 1 twice.
Hello, I'm Chris Hughes. Back in 1983, I won Mastermind, and I still hold the international Mastermind title.
And today's team of challengers are the Rotorheads from Shropshire. With the exception of Peter's wife, Rhoda, the team have been involved with helicopters for many years, and they believe that they have a broad enough knowledge to put the Eggheads in a spin. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Chris, I'm 49, and I'm a helicopter instructor pilot.
Hi, I'm George, I'm 74 years old. I'm a retired aircraft engineering manager.
Hello, my name is Rhoda. I'm 61 and a retired primary school teacher.
Hi, my name is Peter. I'm 71 years old and I'm a retired naval officer.
Hi, my name's Fred. I'm only 53 and I'm a manager at Royal Air Force Shawbury.
Well, this is interesting. Rotorheads, which one of you is actually a helicopter pilot?
I am, David.
Are you still flying them, Chris?
Oh, yes.
I see. Well, as I say, we're hoping you're going to put the Eggheads in a spin. Hope you're going to be flying high today, because there's quite a lot of money up for grabs. Not enough to buy a helicopter, but certainly enough to buy a few lessons learning on one, because every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat our Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Rotorheads, the Eggheads have won the last 15 games, which means £16,000. Says you can't beat the Eggheads. So, let's play. The first head-to-head battle will be on the subject of history. Well, Rotorheads, who wants to play, and who do you want to take on?
Well, we discussed history, and I think I drew the short straw, did I not?
Yep, I think you're absolutely right.
My goodness me. May I take Daphne?
Please. Be a bit of a queue, though, I can tell you. She's actually, in this series, got a 100% record when it comes to history. Played 1-2, but hey, you know, records are there for having a pop at. So, George and Daphne, to ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in the question room? George, I'll ask each of you 3 multiple-choice questions on history in turn. Whoever answers the most questions correctly will be the winner. And George, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, don't.
Off we go then, George. Your first question. Gloriana was the nickname of which English queen? Mary, Victoria, or Elizabeth I?
I have not the least notion of the answer to that question. I think Gloriana wouldn't have been a nickname in the time of Mary. I think I'm going to go for Victoria.
OK. Rotorheads?
Yeah.
Good as anything. They're as much in the dark as you, George. Well, to stay with aviation, you are flying blind and not reading the instruments correctly. It's Elizabeth I, not Victoria, Gloriana. OK. Staying with royalty, Daphne, in which year did the royal family change their name from Saxe-Coburg to Windsor? Was it 1905, 1917 or 1931?
It was during the First World War, Dermot, because of the anti-German feeling, and it was 1917.
Is the right answer, of course it is, Daphne. Well done. So, 1-0 already, George. So, pretty essential, I would hazard a guess, that you get this one right. What nickname was given to the L-14 howitzers used by the German army during World War I? Big Bertha, Big Bessie, or Big Bridget?
I love all those ladies, but I think it was Big Bertha.
Big Bertha. What do we think, Rotorheads? Yeah?
She's right.
Yeah, Big Bertha is the right answer. OK, so one there for you, George. Got you off the mark, at least. Daphne, your second question. The Hollywood actress Virginia Hill was the mistress of which notorious gangster? Dutch Schultz, Bugsy Siegel, or Al Capone?
You know, I've got no idea.
Wow.
I've got a vague feeling that Bugsy Siegel had a glamorous girlfriend, so I'm going to go for Bugsy Siegel.
It's not often, George, we find Daphne floundering, and this is one of those occasions, but even when they do flounder, these darned eggheads, they tend to get the right answer. Bugsy Siegel is the correct answer. Yes, his mistress was Virginia Hill, and you really got to get this one right then, George, or you're going out, I'm afraid. Lord Baden-Powell became a national hero after masterminding the defence of which town during the Boer War? Was it Durban, Ladysmith, or Mafeking?
I am torn between Ladysmith and Mafeking. I'm going to guess Mafeking.
Mafeking, you're saying. Eggheads?
Yes, Matthew.
Yeah, it is the right answer. Gives you 2 points, gives Daphne 2 points as well, but she, of course, hasn't faced her third question, so this to win it, Daphne. Franz Ferdinand was assassinated in which city in 1914? Sarajevo, Prague, or Athens?
Sarajevo, damn it.
You told me Sarajevo, and that is the right answer. Yes, Daphne, it's 3-2. So bad luck there, George. Just one slip-up, as so often proves to be the case, and Daphne was through. You've been beaten by our egghead. As a result, you won't be able to play in the final round, I'm afraid. Daphne and George, please come back and join your teams. Well then, as it stands after our first round, the challengers have lost one brain from the final round, whilst the eggheads have lost none. So we move on to our next subject, and it's science. Rotorheads, who'd like to play?
Cast of one?
We think
Cast of one, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm playing.
OK, Fred, and who do you want to play against? You can take on anyone, but Daphne, she's already played, of course.
I'll take on CJ.
OK, Fred, you're going to play CJ. It's science, and how does that suit you, CJ?
I prefer it to history.
That's not saying much. OK, Fred and CJ, to ensure there's no conferring, would you both please take your positions in the question room? OK, then, Fred, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first, please.
OK, then, Fred, let's see if we can get you off to a flying start. N2O is the chemical symbol for which anaesthetic? Is it nitrous oxide, ether, or chloroform?
Well, O is oxygen, which links quite nicely to oxide, so I'll go for nitrous oxide.
Yeah, and does the N relate to the nitrous bit?
Oh, absolutely.
N2O is the right answer, of course, yes. Nitrous oxide, N2O. OK, CJ, your first question. Someone who has androphobia suffers from an irrational fear of what? Androphobia. Is it women, men, or children?
It's men.
Any of the eggheads suffer from that?
No, they're lovely. All of them.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Someone who suffers from androphobia suffers from an irrational fear of men. It's the right answer, CJ. So, 1-1. Fred, your second question. Heinrich Goebel and Thomas Edison were pioneers of which technological innovation? The motor car, the refrigerator, or the light bulb?
I'm not sure about Mr. Goebel, but Edison was heavily into electricity, so I shall go for light bulb.
Rotorheads?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
the
think
light
he's
bulb.
enlightened.
You are enlightened, they say. It is the right answer. So, 2 to you. And CJ, your second question. The Huygens gap and the Maxwell gap are features of which planet in our solar system? Saturn, Jupiter or Mars?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but the Huygens probe went to Mars, didn't it? I'm just thinking about Saturn, because you've got the Cassini division in the rings. No, it's the Cassini mission that went to Saturn. I'm going for Mars.
What do you think, Kevin?
I don't actually know it, but I would assume that they were also gaps in the rings of Saturn, but I...
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Come for Saturn.
Yes, CJ, they are gaps in the rings of Saturn. So nothing there for you, and a real chance then now for you, Fred, to win it. Aspirin was originally derived from the bark of which type of tree? Oak, willow or birch?
I actually thought it was made from coal, so that's a bit of a blow, isn't it?
Anything in there, Fred? Any
well, I'm
thoughts?
sure it's not oak. And I've just got a sneaky feeling that it's not birch because you can make wine out of birch, and I just don't think that that would relate to aspirin. So simply on the process of elimination, I shall go for willow.
Okay. What do we think, Rotorheads?
Yes, he's right.
Aspirin was originally derived from the bark of the willow. It's the right answer. Well done, Fred. You're through. Fred, you took on one of the Eggheads. You've emerged triumphant. It's great news for the challengers, as it means you'll be there playing in the final round for £16,000. Fred and CJ, please come back and join your teams. Well then, all square after 2 rounds. As it stands, the challengers and the Eggheads have each lost 1 brain from the final round. And our next subject today is entertainment. Well, Rotorheads, it's Chris, Rhoda or Peter to play in this one. And,
I have the short straw.
OK, Rhoda. It was quite a long one. And it might get even shorter because you've got to choose between Chris, Kevin or Judith.
I think I will go for Judith, please.
OK, Rhoda has decided to play Judith on entertainment, so can I have you both, please, in the question room? Rhoda, will you go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please.
Here we go then, Rhoda. It's entertainment. Your first question. In 1953, Elvis Presley made his first musical recordings in which studios? Sun Studios, Capitol Studios, or Hellcat Studios?
Well, I haven't a clue. But he was a bit of a Hellcat, so I'm going to go for Hellcat Studios.
OK. It's not Hellcat Studios, it's Sun Studios, I'm afraid, Rhoda, so nothing there. Judith, in which film does Cate Blanchett play the role of Katharine Hepburn? Sideways, The Life Aquatic, or The Aviator?
Oh, I saw it the other day. It's The Aviator.
Yeah, that puts you into a 1-0 lead, Judith. It is, of course, the right answer. So, Rhoda, let's see if you can get your first score here. Second question. Almost Here was a hit single in 2005 for Brian McFadden and which other singer? Kylie Minogue, Delta Goodrem, or Natalie Imbruglia? Have you got it?
No. I think I'm going to go for Natalie.
OK, Natalie Imbruglia. Rotorheads?
No idea.
Stunning guess. Stunning guess.
Stunning guess, Natalie Imbruglia. There's no doubt about that. But I'm afraid it was Delta Goodrem. So not Natalie Imbruglia. They're duetting with Brian McFadden, I'm afraid. So again, nothing there, which means, Judith, you've just got to get this right to get into the final round. In 2004, which American actor played the role of Billy Flynn in the West End production of Chicago? David Hasselhoff, William Shatner, or Patrick Swayze?
I'm having a zen moment. I think it's Patrick Swayze.
OK. CJ?
It was a spectacular bit of miscasting for David Hasselhoff.
He's nothing without his car, is he?
Not really, no.
Or his swimming trunks. The CJ said David Hasselhoff, not Patrick Swayze. Well, I'm glad to say it gives Rhoda another chance. So, Rhoda, a chance to get a score on the board. David Niven won a Best Actor Oscar in 1959 for his role in which film? Soldiers 3, Separate Tables, or Paper Tiger?
Separate Tables.
Yeah, it's the right answer. So, Judith, this to win it again. The Stooges were the backing band of which singer? Iggy Pop, Lou Reed, or David Bowie?
God, I can't bear pop. Iggy Pop and the Stooges, Lou Reed and the Stooges, David Bowie and the Stooges, Iggy Pop and the Stooges. It's going to be a guess. Lou Reed. I think it might be Iggy Pop and the Stooges. This sort of sounds vaguely right.
I thought you said you couldn't bear pop.
Well,
You've gone for Iggy Pop. Chris?
Well, it certainly wasn't one of David Bowie's multifarious backing groups. I don't know who backed Lou Reed, but Iggy Pop and the Stooges does ring a bell, yeah.
Yeah, it's the right answer, Rhoda, I'm afraid. Iggy Pop and the Stooges. Well, Judith, well done. Got through there. One trip up, but unfortunately Rhoda tripped up twice. So there you are. Judith, you will be in the final round, and Rhoda, you won't be there helping the rest of the Rotorheads play for that £16,000. Please come back and join your teams. As it stands, the challengers have now lost 2 brains from that final round, whilst the Eggheads have lost just 1. And our next subject, last before the final round, is sport. So, Rotorhead, your last chance to try and knock an Egghead out, and it's Chris or Peter to play sport.
Looks like it's me then.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Looks like it's me, Dermot.
OK. Chris, and you're going to play Kevin or Chris?
I'll take on Chris.
Chris Rotorhead and Chris Steamy, can you please both get into the question room? So, Chris from the Rotorheads, it's your choice. Would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go second, please, Dermot.
Change in tactics then, deciding to let the Eggheads kick off. OK, here we go then, your first question. Which footballer left Newcastle United to join Real Madrid in August 2004? Craig Bellamy, Jonathan Woodgate, or Lee Bowyer?
Football, the opiate of the masses. Oh, good grief, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, etc. How the hell with it? Craig Bellamy.
OK. Eggheads?
Woodgate. Woodgate. Jonathan Woodgate.
Jonathan Woodgate.
Ooh.
You really just didn't know, did you?
Done.
No. Well, what a good start then for you, Chris, from the Rotorheads. In the 1960s, Mickey Mantle was a leading name in which sport? Is it ice hockey, tennis, or baseball?
Well, I'm excluding tennis because it's not one I've ever heard of. Doesn't sound like he's from this side of the pond, so ice hockey or baseball. It's a 50-50 question, which will be answered wrong 90% of the time, so I'm going to go with ice hockey anyway.
Eggheads, ice hockey?
Baseball.
As you predicted, it's the wrong one, it's baseball, I'm afraid. So nothing there for both of you, so it's level pegging. Chris Hughes, your question. In 1968, who became the first sprinter officially to run a 100 metres in under 10 seconds? Was it Jim Hines, Calvin Smith, or Carl Lewis?
Well, Carl Lewis is certainly a sprinter, but it's probably a trick question because I think he did it at one of the Olympics. I'll go with your first thought, CJ Logic, Carl Lewis.
In 1968, Daphne?
Well, I think it was probably Jim Hines.
Yeah, it's Jim Hines, Chris, Jim Hines, not Carl Lewis. So, a real chance now for you, Rotorheads, a real big chance. The classic horse race, known as the Oaks, is traditionally run on which racecourse? Bangor, Aintree, or Epsom?
Well, Aintree is the home of the National. Bangor is quite a small track, although it's on the up and up at the moment, so it's definitely Epsom, Dermot.
The Oaks at Epsom is the right answer. So, first blood to you. OK then, Chris, to stay in the game, and if you get it wrong, I don't think any Egghead has ever got all 3 wrong in a head-to-head. Martina Navratilova won the 2003 Wimbledon mixed doubles title in partnership with which other player? Leander Pace, Todd Woodbridge, or Jonas Bjorkman?
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bing, bong, bing, bong. And people think this matters in the global scheme of things. Todd Woodbridge.
OK.
I don't think that.
Judith?
Leander Pace.
Leander Pace.
Well,
3 out of 3 wrong. Rotorhead, Chris, you are gliding into the final round. You don't even have to face another question. Great news then for the Rotorheads. As I say, you're going to be playing in today's final round, playing for £16,000, no less. Chris and Chris, please come back and join your teams. Well, Chris, well done. How does that feel?
Very good, Dermot. I'm glad I went second. I wouldn't have known any of Chris's questions, to be perfectly honest.
We've now reached the point of no return. It's what we've been playing towards. It's time for the final round, which as always is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads will not be allowed to take part in this round. So George and Rhoda from the Rotorheads and CJ and Chris from the Eggheads, would you please leave the studio? Well, Chris, Peter and Fred, you're playing to win the Rotorheads £16,000. Judith, Kevin and Daphne, you're playing for something which money can't buy. The Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn, and this time the questions are all general knowledge, and you are allowed, of course, to confer. Rotorheads, the question is, are your 3 brains better than the Eggheads' 3? Chris, Peter and Fred, would you like to go first or second?
We'd like to go first, Dermot.
OK, well, you've decided to go first. It's time then for the final round. Here's the first question. They are all general knowledge. Off we go. St. Francis of Assisi is the patron saint of what? Teachers, animals, or marriage? St. Francis of Assisi.
Certainly not marriage.
Certainly not ours.
No, definitely
It's
not.
definitely animals.
Yeah.
Animals?
Yes.
100%.
All agreed?
100%.
100%. Ooh. Well, that's Egghead level of confidence, and you're right to be. St. Francis of Assisi is the patron saint of animals, which puts you 1 in the lead. Eggheads, your first question. What is the 5th letter of the Greek alphabet? Is it omega, theta, or epsilon?
Epsilon. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon.
What's the 6th?
Epsilon, eta.
All right. The 5th letter of the Greek alphabet is epsilon. It's the right answer. OK, 1 apiece. Well, Rotorheads, let's see what you can do to these Eggheads. In Italian, the word pollo relates to dishes featuring which type of meat? Beef, chicken, or lamb?
Chicken.
We go with chicken.
Definitely.
Chicken, is that the right answer? Yes, it is. 2-1 to you. Well done. OK then, Eggheads, your second question. The jazz musician Herbie Hancock was best known for his skill with which musical instrument? Herbie Hancock. Guitar, trumpet, or piano?
I've got an instinct about trumpet, and it's only an instinct.
I have to say my instinct was the opposite.
Was what? Was the opposite.
Judith's instinct was trumpet, mine was piano.
I trust yours more.
I really have no idea.
Got 'em worried. £16,000, a 15-game winning streak. Could depend on this question.
Daphne doesn't know. Judith had an instinct for trumpet, I had an instinct for piano. So that's interesting, isn't
Who's
it?
got the casting vote?
I thought it before they came up.
Right, do
Piano.
it. Go on.
We're going for piano.
Doesn't mean it's right.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
no,
but
go
I'd,
for
I'd much
piano.
rather trust that than mine.
Piano.
Piano.
Oh,
Well
done,
done.
Kevin.
It's the right answer. Well, they didn't know, but somewhere they got it from. But you put them under pressure. That's the main thing. Let's see if we can
Brilliant.
really do it again. Jaggers the lawyer is a character in which Charles Dickens book? Jaggers. Great Expectations, Bleak House, or Oliver Twist?
I don't recall any lawyer in Oliver Twist.
I think Jaggers, because he looked after the legacy from Mrs. Hatton's.
So that's Great Expectations.
Great Expectations.
Eggheads?
Right.
Great Expectations is the right answer. 3-2 in the lead.
Engage.
Eggheads, what creatures are kept in a columbarium? A columbarium. Bees, carp, or doves?
Doves.
Doves.
I've just bought a house in France and it's called Le Colombier.
It's always France with you. Every time you go on your travels in France, you get a winning question out of it. Doves are kept in a columbarium. That is the right answer, which means this is a great final round. 3-all. All the multiple choice questions then are gone. We now move to sudden death. Rota heads. The ACT, Australia's capital territory, is an enclave within which other state?
We got a man that's been there.
Who's that then?
It straddles the snowy mountains in New South Wales.
Is that your answer?
It is.
New South Wales is the right answer, as you well knew. The Rotorheads have got all their questions right, taking you into sudden death. They want that £16,000 badly, but I know you want to keep your winning streak and your reputation intact just as badly. So, Eggheads. In the 1960s, which political figure legally adopted the title of the 3rd Earl of Harrow?
Ever heard of it?
No, never. I can't think of anything like Winston Churchill.
Too early to hope yet, Rotorheads, but this really has put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Winston Churchill.
He went to Harrow.
No, he wasn't made an earl. He refused an earldom. A dukedom he refused.
Yeah, they
But he
wanted to make him
wasn't
Duke of
made an
London.
earl. No. He died Sir Winston.
Churchill's descendants didn't become...
Wait a second. So you don't think it might be Sir Alec Douglas Hume after he was Prime Minister?
Because he took a title again afterwards.
15 have tried, 15 have failed.
Title, I think.
But are the Rotorheads going to do it?
We haven't got a clue, so I think we...
Yes?
I think we
How
go
about
for it.
Got a clue.
No, not Hessian.
Let's go, yeah, OK, right, whatever.
Answer?
We're going to try Sir Alec Douglas Hume.
Chris, you're there on the bench. Is that the right answer?
Well, I'm thinking it's David Lord, brackets, Screaming Lord Such, close brackets, founder of the Monster Raving Loony Party.
You'd be thinking, right, Rotorheads, you've won.
Engage!
Did you know that, the Screaming Lord Such?
Definitely not.
No, so if you'd
not-
gone
not
second,
even
it wouldn't have worked
we
for
were
you.
Thinking along the same lines that it would be somebody who'd come out of politics.
And Eggheads, what do you think? A worthy opponents clearly
Absolutely.
today.
Very much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
very,
good.
very, very good game.
Yes.
But you've got to rebuild the reputation, though, now.
Start from scratch again.
Well, what do you do after you've built up one of these kind of winning streaks? Do you have a team talk afterwards? The heads go down a bit?
No.
Have a
There's
little sob.
we've got a big whip back in the dressing room. We just have to-
Isn't that what Daphne keeps in the cupboard?
Aye.
Don't want to know that. Rotorheads, £16,000. You are officially, for today, cleverer than the Eggheads. You have proved that the Eggheads can be beaten. They do have their vulnerabilities. Well, do join us next time to see if the new challengers can be just as successful. For now, goodbye.
Chris Packham's in the woodlands of Surrey in search of the elusive purple emperor butterfly in nature's calendar next. Then Tom Conte and Toya Wilcox bring the wild beauty of Britain into your living room in Saving Planet Earth UK on BBC 2 at 7.